Welcome back, guys, to another video. Today Ernie will be discussing the strategy life cycle, so stay tuned for more. If you're interested in becoming a pro trader, check out the link in the description where you can learn all the tips and tricks you'll need on a 4-week trial. Enjoy.
So the way it would work really is that you would come up with the ideas for different strategies. Like I came up with a new 0 DTE strategy. How am I going to employ it? Is it going to be an iron condor, at the money, out of the money, a butterfly, or use a credit spread, or maybe I'll use a straddle or a strangle, or maybe a calendar spread? What's the process going to look like? How am I going to manage the profit? Where am I going to get in? What's my risk to reward going to be? Blah, blah, blah. It just goes on and on. And then once you've settled on what the basics of that strategy are, the development has been complete, you then make the decision. Is this a piece of crap? And then in that case, it goes into the bit bucket. That's what the wastebasket is. If it is good, then you want to put it into a larger development cycle, or what I call the curation cycle, where you have all these strategies that are great ideas and they have to be tested out. And so you release them in a simulated environment. At this point, the strategy isn't good enough to take real money and then trade it. You want to prove that it's going to work over a wide variety of market conditions and etc. And also, at the same time, you want to see what level of correlation it might have with the other strategies, because you might want to trade them together. And so that's all part of this. Now, eventually, these strategies, they start proving themselves and they come down and drop themselves. And then if they get there, then they can be placed into the live campaign. And you can have one or more of these strategies, and the way you would scale is you would scale groups of these strategies or individual strategies that all seem to work well, and measure them in terms of working well with each other by their level of correlation to each other. Because ideally, you would like to have strategies that have a low degree of correlation, yet were similar in terms of the way you manage them so that it's easier to manage them, and then trade them as a group. That would give you a much better chance of long-term, consistent profits over time. Now, from an automated point of view, this is a lot easier said than accomplished than from a discretionary trader's point of view, because a discretionary trader doesn't have the compute power or the ability to be able to trade in precise time frames or criteria or whatever. It needs to be far more adaptable to a human, because humans are frail. We make decisions, good and bad, and we need a wider range of adaptability. But that's all part of this. So that can be part of the development when you're first doing this, where we weren't thinking about that so much. How do we create big pants to fit more butts, essentially? And so that's what we do. Now, this is the process that we will go through. So we will talk about different strategies that we can do. We will put them into curation. We'll create a spreadsheet of all these strategies, and I'll have them prepared for the next time we all are ready to get back to this. And I'll start off with 2, 3, maybe 4 different strategies and sets of criteria and tool sets, etc. And then we'll start examining them and show you how we actually measure them and rate them and then test them. And then we will test strategies. We'll put them in play as well as the current strategy that we have. We'll also take some test, or I should say base case strategies, or strategies that are control subjects that we'll do too. So maybe we'll take the more traditional 0 DTE strategies that are used out there, like the iron condor, where you place them at 95% probability, 5 delta wings, and all that other garbage. And we'll use those as test subjects and see if we can make those work as well, and how they compare to all the other strategies. And if you have ideas for strategies, I want you to submit them. Just go down to the comment section, submit your strategy, and we will consider it.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the like button below. If there's any questions that you might have for Coach Ernie, make sure you leave them in the comment section. Thanks, guys.